Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make a card, a mail card, using our making our own DSP. So I have just got a sheet of white, basic white card, and I'm going to stamp, and I'm using the Sailing Home because I'm going to make a mail card, and with Smoky Slate, and we're making our own DSP. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got the rope one mounted, and I'm just going to tap that on, and I'm just going to just randomly put this all over my card. Okay, the more random the better, and I actually seem to have gone like this, so I'm going to carry on in this vein now and just do it like this. So I'm just you can do it any way you want. Okay, so I have done that, and I'm going to use my stamping scrub to clean my stamp. So I'm just going to clean up my stamp now. Just pop a little bit of my stamping mist on. Get into the end of this. I've got plenty more. So I'm just going to clean up my stamp. There we go. And that can go back. So next I'm going to use the anchor one now. So I'm going to get the anchor one out and stamp my anchor one randomly. So I'm still going to use my Smoky Slate. So I'm just going to tap that on and place this in random ways round my cardstock. So any way you like. I'm just very randomly placing these all around. The more random you do it, the better. So there's no wrong and no right. I'm just going to do that there. So let's see, that went, yeah, that's okay. So hoping you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So let's see, that one, yeah, that one can go that way. I'll have one going that way, and I'm getting where I want to put some going off the edge now. So I'm just going to get a piece of paper underneath me so that I can stamp some of mine going off round the edge now. Put a little bit there and coming up there. Perhaps have a little bit. No, that was there. So pop that there. And I'm just looking now for white spaces and doing it different. So I'll bring one in the corner there. And I think it stamps, gives it a lovely image with the grey slate. Now that's going the same way, so I'm going to face that a different way. Oh dear. Now this is difficult because we've not got, no, it's doubled a bit, never mind. I might not use that bit anyway, so it will not matter. Okay, so still looking to see which way I want to put it. Seeing, might stick some off the edge there, a little bit more off the edge there, might do some more in the corner going just there. So I'm just keeping turning my paper round to see where I might want some more and what direction I might want it. So I'm just changing it about and just filling in. Now that's going the same way. Let's just put that off there. Okay, I might just tip a little bit off there. Right, let's see. There is, I'm going to leave that now. So the next one I'm going to do is the birds. So I'm going to bring the birds in next. They're flying. So I'm looking then for the white spaces to be able to pop the birds on the white spaces. Just clean that and pop that away. And then I'm going to get actually a smaller get my smaller one to do the birds. So I've got a little A block, so I'm getting a little A block to stamp my birds. So I'm going to pick my birds up and just fill in the gaps there. So just fill in the birds all over. Doesn't matter which way round you do. As I say, the more random, the better. And don't forget, I have got a competition running at the minute to make your own DSP and make a project out of it. And if you put that on where I've put the competition post, you are going to be entered in to win the last year's New In Colours Stampin' Right markers. So I've not got them to hand, so can't show you them, but if you check the post you'll see that it's on there showing you what they are. So it's the one that's got Bumblebee, what is it, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, it's all those. So you can win those. And Stampin' Right markers, you can use those to make, use it in place of ink. So because they are the ink. So I'm looking for just white spaces to just fill in with my birds. So when I feel that I'm happy that I've got enough birds on, then I'll stop stamping with my birds. See, and it doesn't matter if you go on top of some. I'm just making that. Just seeing where I feel it fits. And it doesn't matter if they don't come out whole, if they just come out as a bit of a bird, that's fine. I'm just going to place some on the edges. You can see a bit more white there and there. And so it doesn't matter if you overlap anywhere. Right, I've got none in the top corner, so I'm just going to squeeze some in the top corner here. And perhaps coming in just a little bit like that. So there I can see a little bit of space there. I'm going to spin that around there. Okay, a little bit there. So there we go. Right, so now I've used the bird. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in more of the white background, but I don't want to do it so that it's absolutely in your face. I want to do something that's very subtle now. So what I'm getting now is the lighthouse, but the way I'm doing this is that I'm going to stamp it off twice. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my piece of paper, going to move this along. Yeah, it is a beautiful one, and I'm very, very pleased to say this is going forward into the next catalogue. So I am extremely pleased about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up, and I'm going to stamp again, and then stamp my image on top. So pick up your ink, stamp, and then put it on top. Stamp, stamp, and pick up the image. Stamp, stamp, and I'm going to turn this one round there. So stamp, stamp. So I'm making sure that I'm stamping off. 1, 2, and let's see, can go there. 1, 2, that one can go there. 1, 2, and that can go up there. 1, 2, gonna spin this around, come right on there. 1, 2, and this can go this way. 2, 1, 2, and that. 1, 2, 1, 2, and stamp it off. 1, 2, and spin it around. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that can go down. 1, 2, 2, and let's have a look. Yeah, that can go like that. 1, 2, and that can go that way. 1, 2, and let's see, turn it around. This can go just there. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that can go like that. 2, 2, and that can go that way. 1, 2, and let's have this one upside down, more straight. 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll have that there in the corner. Right, I'm quite happy with that. So I think that that makes a lovely DSP, absolutely gorgeous for mail, because we don't want it too fancy, and that is one of the reasons I've chosen to do it monotone. Okay, so we have now got our DSP. So I'm starting off with a card base, a standard card base, and it just measures your normal 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, just scored and folded at our 4 1/8. So I'm just going to burnish that down. I'm just going to go over the edges. If you've got any rough edges up, just go over with your bone folder. There we go. And just some on the bottom there. So this is actually the Misty Moonlight, and that is, oh, let me just put my pad top on. Okay, so we'll move those two out of the way, and now I'm going to bring in my DSP, and I'm just going to cut this, and I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. So I don't mind which way round, whereabouts I do it. I think I'm gonna go I think this way. So I'm going to take this in and do it at no, I don't want that. I want 5 3/4. So I'm cutting across at 5 3/4, and then I'm going to cut across at 4 inches. Now I'll have a look at my 4 inches. I think 7, 8, yes, that's right, 4 inches. So I just want this at 4 inches, and I think I'm going to go for this 4 inches. There we go, that's it, 4 inches. Okay, so that then is going to go on top of my card base. So I've got a little bit of an increment all the way round, so I'm just going to glue that on. go. So I'm going to glue that on. There we go. And glue that on. Now, ahead of time, what I've done is actually stamped the lighthouse at full strength, and then I've used the Stitch So Sweetly largest of these frames, and I have cut that out. And I'm going to have also ahead of time cut out the banner that is also from the Dies of Sailing Home, and I'm going to place this on top. And the greeting, I don't know, itty bitty greetings in the new or the catalogue that's existing at the moment. There might be a happy birthday in there. I've not double checked, but this is an old stamp set that I got, and I got the banner punch with this, and it's got lovely little sentiments on, and so I was able to do the happy birthday on the banner. So I thought that was great. So I'm just going to place that on. Now I'm going to lift up my Stitch So Sweetly sentiment. I'm just going to lift that up on Dimensionals. So I'm going to bring Dimensionals onto the back of my Stitch So Sweetly to lift it up. I'm just going to put, I think I put 5 on here because this will just lift it up off my card. Okay, I'll bring that. So I'm going to put this more or less in the centre of my card, and the banner, it's very plain, and because I want it to actually stand out a little bit more, I am going to cut another out in silver, I think, or no, I'm not. I'm going to cut it out in Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to cut another of the banners out in Misty Moonlight just to give it a shadow. So I'm going exactly for the banner shape, and I'm just going to cut that out with my die cutting laminate. And let's have a look, because we don't want it too fancy with it being a mail card. So I'm just going to cut this out. Just snip a bit of this off so I'm not putting all this through all at once. So let's cut that off, put my plates in, and then put my through my die cutting machine. I just love this. This is just so handy to get out, run through, and let's have a look how this works out. So let's have a look whether if we place it like that. So I think I think that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so let's move those out of the way. So I'm just going to glue that onto the back. So I'm just going to put the glue on here and then glue that to the back. So I've got that, and I quite liked how I had it staggered there, and I'm using, because it's got those lovely edges, I'm able to line it up to see whether I've got it lovely. Yeah, that's great. And so this is going to go on here now. So I'm going to also pop that up on dimensionals to make it stand out as well. So pop those up on dimensionals. So I think that's about right. There we go. So very, very simple. So that's very simple stamping. Very easy to make, very quick to make as well. We're leaving it very plain and monotone, just for putting a little bit of colour on the banner that just lifts out the colour of the banner. But a lovely monotone card for a mail. And then inside we're going to again cut a piece of white card, and again this will be 4 inches, so I'm going to do it 4 inches and 3 3/4 again. Okay. And I'm going to put no, not that one, I didn't want that one, I wanted the other one, so got the wrong one out. So okay, so it's sail in the direction of your dreams. So just going to mount that up, and again we will stick with the grey. So I'm going to stick the grey on here. So ink up my sail in the direction of your dream and put that roughly in the middle. Just roughly there, just probably a bit higher than the middle. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'll clean that up. And again, I'm going to get the lighthouse, so I'm going to bring the lighthouse in again. And mount that up on the block. I'm going to bring back in my Stampin' Off. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to ink up, and then I'm going to 1, 2, and then go right through the sentiment like that. Okay, so that finishes it off very nicely. So clean my stamp up and do that. Pop that away and just pop up my that'll do for the moment. Okay, shut up my stamp pad. Make sure I've not got any messy hands. Bring back in my card, and inside I'm going to glue the inside sentiment. There we go. So don't forget that I've got the competition running to win those markers. All you've got to do is make your own DSP with whichever stamp set you want, and you then have to just take a picture of the project you've made. And when I say project, that means it can be a card or a 3D project. It can be anything you want to make with your DSP. I have made a card with this DSP that I've made. I made a card with the other DSP actually, and the one that I also showed you, that was a box that I'd made. So hope you like that. Very, very simple. Lovely for a mail, so it's not too fussy, but a really nice one, as I say, for a male. So if you're watching on my YouTube channel, if you see any of the products that I've used today and you would like to purchase them, please get in touch with me. You can do that on my Facebook business page. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description box to be able to go back to my Facebook business page so that you can contact me. As I would like to put a hostess code on. I am really hanging on. Unless anybody wants to purchase anything now, then I will do an hostess code before you do it. Otherwise, I'm waiting till the 1st of May before I do another hostess code, because it runs for 1 month. So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate that you stopped by. Don't forget to enter the competition. If you're watching as I say on YouTube, please subscribe, press the notification button so that you will be able to see any videos. You won't miss out on them that I upload. Thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. Stay safe, stay well. Bye.